So I've done Thinkorswim demos before, but I wanted to do another one as I got some folks that asked me to do one. So this one is going to be geared again toward people that enjoy charting and really like Thinkorswim's platform, or maybe you have Thinkorswim and you're a bit intimidated by the platform. So let me say, before I get into the content, that you can contact TD Ameritrade and they will do a free walkthrough of the platform. I think it's like a 30-minute appointment. You just call them, schedule it, and then they'll walk you through it at that time. Like I said, it's no cost to you. This is the same thing that I did when I first joined Thinkorswim many years ago. So anyway, please like, share, subscribe. I'm sure this will help someone. Thinkorswim, I mean, it really isn't. It looks intimidating, but it's pretty straightforward once you get into it, and I'll get into that in a second. Make sure you check out my latest course offering with By the Hood University at chartsandpriceaction.com. We did a part two to our first installment from last year, the intro class, but this class is called Practical or Price Action and Practical Psychology. We get a little bit deeper into price action and also offer some tips on how to manage your emotions when you're navigating the market. So let's talk about Thinkorswim. So what you see right here is the home screen on Thinkorswim's desktop app, and of course they have a mobile app as well. And of course, if you don't want to use this, you can use tdameritrade.com and that associated mobile app. I think they have one. But anyway, like I was saying before, this platform looks intimidating, but it's not really once you get into it. It's of course it's not your Robin Hood interface that's really simple, or any of those really simple user interfaces that a lot of people are used to. And of course, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I just need a little more for, my liking. But anyway, so the home screen, you can customize it any way you like. Your home screen will not look like mine, but you can make it look any way that you want to. You can come down here to this plus button and you can add a widget. Um, and these categories will come up where you can choose whatever you want to put in this particular widget. So it can be market data, certain quotes, time and calendar, moon phases. So you see I have the moon phases over here. Um, just a variety of different options that you have when you're adding a widget or customizing your home page. And and so yeah, so mine, it keeps track of when the market opens, when it closes, when it is open. And then it has any kind of orders that I've executed today. And as you can see, I didn't jump in anything new today. And then my current positions, you can see I'm up $10.50 on my current positions. And then I have the market events here. And so this just gives me a snapshot of any sort of market events that are coming. And I've customized them to include conference calls, dividend payouts, earnings, um, any kind of Echo Noonday event, and then any sort of splits. And I can click on this, and it'll bring up that list on the calendar for the relevant tickers. And so over here is where you can kind of customize what you want to see. And so you see, I just have conference call clicked. And then I can go per week, per day, per month, or just a list view. So it gives me whatever earnings is coming out for the day, or any kind of conference calls for the day will be listed on this calendar here for this one. So that's that, and then I have a little heat map of one of my watch lists here. And I believe I can, yeah, I can definitely change it to any available watch list, whether it be a public watch list or whether it be one of my personal watch lists. I can have that there, and it'll give me a heat map for those tickers. And then also I have the little ticker tape at the bottom where I can change that as well, um, to any one of my watch lists that I have. So that's pretty much it with the home screen. Of course, I got some news here that I can watch um, and listen to, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the home page. So let's go to the monitor tab. So the monitor tab, that'll have your positions, profit loss, anything of that sort, whatever working orders, pretty much today's trading activity will be here. There's a news section, so it'll filter out any news that is relevant to whatever positions you're currently in. So anything that's relevant to Apple and CRM, this section pulls out those headlines for me, and I can, whenever I want to, I can go and read that news, and it'll pop up over here whatever additional. Basically, it'll let me read the article as I click here. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so watch list. You see on Thinkorswim, you'll see a little arrow here. Now pop that out by clicking it, and you can also customize this column over here. This column, no matter what um, tab you click on, it'll stay unless I click this arrow. That's the only way to get rid of it. So what I have is I have my account information, and then I have live news because I like to watch the headlines throughout the day. And if I see something that interests me, I can click on it, and a screen will pop up that'll show me, whatever that news is if I want to give a deeper dive into whatever that headline is. Trader TV, you can watch TD Ameritrade Network, CNBC US, Europe, or Asia, and then Futures Now. And you can literally just watch TV and listen to the news inside the platform. So I do that sometimes, not all the time. And then I have my watch list. And of course, adding and taking away from your watch list is as simple as clicking in an empty space and typing whatever ticker in that section that you want to add to your watch list. And then, of course, like I said, you can customize this by adding other widgets, or gadgets. So you hit this plus sign, and then it'll give you some options, and you can add, whatever is available here. So, I have Minesweeper here, so I like to play Minesweeper throughout the day. You can also play Tetris. You can pull up a calculator, level 2 quotes, etc., etc. You can do all of that there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that section. Um, let's see. Okay, so the trade tab. So the trade tab is where you go to execute your trades. So whatever trade you're considering taking, this is where you can do that. So you got your options chain, you got your time and sales here, product depth, trade grid, option statistics, and things of that nature will all be in this under this tab. So this is where you can execute your forex positions, your futures positions, etc., etc. So that's where you do that. This is where you actively trade. The analyze tab speaks for itself. This is where you analyze potential trades. So add simulated trades, that looks just like, or not just like, but very, very similar to the trade tab when you click that. But this is where you can do your price slices, and that allows you to see probability, or not probability, but possible profit in, depending on percentage or dollar moves on whatever stock and options you're considering. Um, Risk profile, that gives you a visual of that options contract. So let's say, what is this? This is from last week, so I'm going to take that off. Let's just say I'm doing, let's say I want to do a straddle on Netflix. And let's say I want to go out to August 19th. I'm just, throwing a date out there, whatever. So Netflix is currently trading for a 218. So let's say I want to go with a 215 straddle. So you see that it popped up down there. I'm just doing one contract. It's a debit spread. So and then you see the numbers changed here in the price slices. So you can just kind of play with these numbers to see what your possible profit is based on the day, and also based on the prices here. So you can kind of play with those numbers if you want to. So that's a pretty cool tool that I like. I don't use it a whole lot, but I do use it. Risk profile. Risk profile shows you exactly what that trade looks like. So you can see that this is what a straddle looks like, or a debit spread anyway. When you buy a straddle, it looks like a V. So it shows you your max loss is right here, which is what you paid for it, and then your max profit is unlimited, because with this one, um, it can, once it moves outside of this range, outside of your break evens, it can go up forever. It can well, it can't necessarily fall forever, but you get the point. So your risk profile just kind of lets you play with risk. You can manipulate the days, the interest. You can also manipulate the prices based on a certain day. So it allows you to see where your break evens are and what your profit potential is on that stock or position that you're considering. Probability analysis is just like it sounds, just gives you a visual of the probability of the price being at a certain place by a certain date. So it gives you a chart of that information here, as well as a visual of that information here. So some people do use probability analysis when it comes to choosing options contracts. And if you haven't, make sure you check out my last video where I talked about or what my method is for choosing a strike and an expiration date on something that I'm trading. And so this is another way to do it using probability analysis. Economic data. So this analyze tab allows you to do your research, do your due diligence for whatever you're considering. So economic data, you can come in here and you can look at charting of significant economic indicators. So I definitely use this as I like charting the data, and I like to see the trends. Think back allows you to back test options specifically. So that's a pretty cool tool that I do use this one quite a bit, especially when I'm trying out or testing out a new strategy and I want to do back testing before I start doing the paper trading process. And then fundamentals allows you to go into whatever stocks, and you can see the fundamental data on those stocks. Now you can't see it; it's not available for every single stock, but your major stocks like your WalMarts, Apples, Dollar Generals, and things like that, you will be able to find that in here. So let me show you guys what that looks like. Apple, it looks just like this. So you can also download certain analyst reports. You can set alerts based on those analyst reports, whether they do some rating changes. You can have Thinkorswim let you know, and then it gives you the financial data and some valuation data and more. So that's a very great tool as well. And then earnings, you can basically look for companies that whose earnings may be coming, or you can just look at past earnings data for certain companies. But let's check out Walmart since they reported today. And it allows you to see how the stock performed, how the price performed, what the volatility did, and how an at the money straddle performed, as well as the EPS numbers, and it charts the actual versus the anticipated um, against each other. So you can see that for the past several quarters for Walmart. So just gives you a great opportunity to do your due diligence, regardless of what you're trying to do when it comes to trading, whether it be a day trade or swing trade or whatever. This tab is very, very useful. Um, Scan, that's just really self-explanatory. You can just set up a scanner based on, whatever criteria you want. I tend to set up my scanners in the S&P 500, sometimes the NASDAQ, but so yeah. And then you can further filter out that data. So if I did like a simple scan of gappers in the entire market, I'd likely get a lot, just a ton, probably hundreds of tickers um, for that session. So I don't want that. I don't want to have to go through hundreds of tickers. I don't even want to have to go through several dozens of tickers. So I like to get specific on my criteria so that I only have a few tickers to look at, and it'll filter that data out for me and create a list here. And I can also set up a scanner to be a watch list as well. And then that scanner becomes dynamic in the sense that it doesn't stay the same. So anytime another ticker fits my criteria, then it'll put that ticker automatically in my watch list so that I can go check it out. And any ticker that is in there that no longer fits my criteria will be automatically taken out. So I like that tool as well. Uh, Stock hacker scanner, same thing. Spreads, you can scan for spreads, options, and stocks as well. Let's see. Let's see. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. So this is something that I never like. I paid attention to it, but not really. So this is something that I can for sure use in my research whenever I find big money spreads. So this spread book gives you um, uh, kind of like time and sales for spreads specifically. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see if Apple has any spreads in its time and sales information. And sometimes I'm able to determine what the spread is just based on the data, like based on the numbers here. And then sometimes I'm not. Like for instance, I saw a spread, a big money spread on Netflix a week or two ago, but I wasn't able to figure it out, and so I just abandoned the quest. And what I could have done was I could have gone into my scanner spread book and confirmed that information and matched it up, and then I would have known exactly what kind of spread it is. So you can see Apple at 1243.44. Someone bought a spread, um, 5,570 contracts. So we can likely go into the spread book for Apple and see what that is. Let's see if we can find that. So 1243.44, the September 16. September 16. Let's see. 1243.44. Let's scroll down. Mm, I don't see it. It should be in here somewhere. Mm. Oh, these are working orders. Okay, hold on. These are working. So then I don't know where they go when they're not when they're no longer working orders. Let's see. Let me do some more research on this one. But I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere, so that makes me excited. But anyway, spread book. You can just kind of see what spreads are um in here for Apple. Uh, and you can filter it by type of spread and things of that nature. So anyway, let's go to Market Watch. Market Watch allows you to basically see any alerts that you set, and so you can see I have a ton of alerts in my system, and when these alerts trigger, I get a text message right to my phone, and I can go in and it sends me whatever notes that I put in that alert, and then I can go and look at the chart and see what's going on. I can set an alert on an options contract. It could be based on price. It could be based on a trend line that I drew. So I like that feature as well. Visualize, that's just a heat map. You can look at many different watch lists, including your personal watch list. Financing rates, that's simply for Forex only. And then calendar, I showed you guys the home calendar on the, or the calendar that I have set up, the widget on the home page. So that's just that. That's how you get to that calendar. If you don't want it on your home page, then you can look under the Market Watch tab. Quotes, you can look at quotes, based on watch list, based on the entire market. You can look at things based on social sentiment, things like that. Charts, charting. So you can share your charts just like other platforms. You can share your charts inside or outside of Thinkorswim. Um, it has this feature where it evaluates the chart for you in terms of the price action, and it deals with like standard deviation, things like that. I don't use that much though. Um, but the beaker here is this is where you can create your or set up your studies, whatever indicators you like to use, you can add to your charts here. This gear is your chart setting, so uh, just all kinds of different options that you can choose to kind of customize your chart um, how you like it to look. This 4H block here, this is just your time frame, so you can customize your time frames. You can create some favorites, customize your list, create some favorites to keep there. Chart style, again, that's just a shortcut to this one, where you can kind of set up your chart to look how you like it to look. Drawings, I use this all the time. This is where you can draw your trend lines, your rectangles, your ovals, put your text notes in, Fibonacci, just all kinds of different things that you can do in this section. Um, Studies, again, that's just a shortcut to this one, where you can add and take away indicators from your charts. Patterns, you can also set it up to where you want the platform itself to find these patterns for you. So you can just add it over here in this section, and anytime there is a pattern that you've selected, it will draw that pattern out for you onto the chart. So that's pretty cool. You can also do multiple panels, and you click that here, and it gives you a lot of options for having multiple grids on your screen. And so I don't have that here, but I do have that in this section. So flexible grid. So you can take a screenshot if you click here. Take a screenshot. Another thing that I really like about Thinkorswim is that I can take my options chain and live price action data, and I can put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and it will continue to populate along with changes in the market. So I really like that feature, and that's pretty much why I subscribe to Microsoft 360, is so that I can do that. So when I'm putting stuff into my spreadsheets, I can just go here and export it right to Microsoft Excel, and it'll keep that data nice and fresh for me. Um, Another thing, tools, ThinkLog. This is another section where you can see all the alerts and notes that you put in on a ticker. So you can see I put an alert on CRM for this contract. This was from Friday, actually. And what I was looking for was for this 170 put to come below 79. And I added to the alert swing for next week. And so what happened was I got an alert. I got a text message that said, "Yo, this is below 79." And I said, "Okay, I'm cool with that." And so I entered this position. Um, Videos. This just allows you to watch certain videos of news clips all throughout the day, and you can filter that by symbol. You can go by Reuters or CNBC as far as channels is concerned. Shared items, this will give you a list of whatever charts or data that you shared. ThinkScript, that's just a bunch of this is for the people that like to do coding. So you can code strategies and things like that, and you can have people send you customized strategies that you can upload here into ThinkScript. Education, I love Thinkorswim's education platform. This will take you to Thinkorswim.com, not Thinkorswim.com, but TDAmeritrade.com, to their educational platform. And then help screen, that's where you can contact them. You can also get live support uh, in the platform. If you don't want to call, you can just shoot them a message and they typically message back same day. Um, a lot faster than same day. Chat rooms, you got many different chat rooms, the trader lounge, swim lessons. Swim lessons is likely where Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade teachers are in and they're teaching things. Trader lounge, so you know people that traders that are or traders that use Thinkorswim, they tend to be in the trader lounges in the different chat rooms, just talking about the markets, talking about setups and things of that nature. So that's that on that. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick little overview of the platform. It's very simple to use, and then you have your big buttons over here where you can get live news. Click it on, click it off. Level 2 information, dashboard where you can just do quick buy and sell. Um, Phase score, that just gives you like some fundamental data. Chart, you see my chart there. Um, this gives you another, just quick buy sell things. Active trader, you can kind of see order flow from moment to moment. In time and sales, you can also see that order flow from moment to moment. And then trade. So again, you can do, another button to help you to execute your trades. But yeah, so I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you want something a bit more specific, let me know. And I'm happy to do that for you guys. But again, I hope this was helpful as far as, helping to make Thinkorswim a little less intimidating. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Please share this video. I'm sure it will help someone. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.